Hey folks, another book review. This time I'll be reviewing Season of Migration to the North by Tayeb Salih. He's an author from Sudan. And introduction is by Layla Lalami. And as with many works of contemporary Arabic literature, at least as far as I'm finding, the major issue they're focusing on, is author to author. They take different perspectives on it, but the main issue or idea or problem they're focusing on is post-colonial condition or the post-colonial problem. Essentially, it's where you have this area of the world or this nation, or this people, or this individual who's caught up between past and present, or excuse me, the past and the future, living in the present, and it's a big question of where do we go from here, or where do I go from here, and in this book, one of the main ideas or references that keeps on coming up is the work Othello by William Shakespeare, which deals with many of the same questions and issues and such. But that work is more from the European or Northern European perspective, whereas this is more from the Southern or Arab or African perspective. So, definitely gives you a different look at things. And I do highly recommend it. It's in many ways, it is kind of like a tragedy. You know, Actually, I had to say it definitely is a tragedy, but it uses those sorts of feelings and emotions to really make a point or make a series of points about the condition of the people of Sudan, in particular, the people of Africa, people of the Arab world, in general, as they stand now. Given that now it's like, okay, they've gained freedom. I mean, in the late 20th century, many of those countries were able to gain at least outright political freedom from their previous colonial masters, and so now they're at that point, and many of them are still at that point of where do we go from here? Where do we go forward as a nation, as a people, as individuals, and so on. And this author, from what I'm seeing, he uses a lot of the extreme of consciousness techniques, which I really like. It puts you in the head of the character, puts you in the head of the author. You can essentially see things through their eyes, hear, experience and feel it. And it really brings what's going on to home. And it's not. It's less just telling you what happens and actually like showing you, which I feel makes him a great author as far as his ability to do that sort of thing, to put you really there. You might be sitting in, California or New York or, you know, the UK or France or wherever, Germany, wherever, thousands of miles away from where this stuff takes place. But, you know, you're able to essentially be transported to that location, that time, that place, and really, you know, feel what the character is feeling, which definitely it does more to get the point across, and to really, assuming that there is a point to that scene, it does more to do that for you than just saying, well, they felt this way or they felt that way. It's it's like painting a picture for the reader, which I really appreciate, and I do love the use of that technique by any author, and he definitely uses that in this book. And like I said before, with some of his books, I recommend it, but I like to do a little research, before I buy the book to make sure I'm getting my money's worth, and then I go buy it, I read it, and I confirm or deny whether or not I got confirm or disprove that I got my money's worth, and I definitely got my money's worth in this book. Highly recommend it. It's called Season of Migration to the North by Tayeb Salih. I do not want to ruin the book for you, so I'm not gonna necessarily tell you every little thing that happens, but set in Sudan. Um, well, the summary says it's 1960s. Uh, it's post independence Sudan. And you have the main character coming back, and he wants to get back involved with this society and bring his gifts to bear on the problems that his people are facing. He's gone to Europe, studied there, coming back wanting to, rejoin, reintegrate, and contribute to the betterment of his people. He runs across another guy who's basically taking the same path as him, maybe like a generation older from the sounds of things. And the few people he can one of the few people he can really relate to directly because similar experiences and so on. And I guess you could say through discovering this other person's path, he kind of discovers himself and can find parallels in his own experience in life and so on. So, as I said, definitely recommend the book. Go and buy it, read it. I think it'll definitely open people's eyes to many things, and it's been simply an enjoyable read. Great way to spend an afternoon. It's 139 pages long, so not like a massive tome or anything, but it's definitely a good read. So recommend it, and thank you for watching my review. Gonna try not to go on too long here, but anyways, thanks, and like, comment, subscribe if you like my reviews, my videos. So thanks, and have a nice day.